Hello, friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile, Escape from the Pit. I came back to Murtis to pick up a whole bunch of food for not a whole bunch of money, and guess who I thought of on the way in? This guy who likes to hide out behind the church. And in case you don't remember, his name is Bertrand. Hey, Bertrand. I heard from a guy named Eldon way back in Darman you might know about a brooch. He yelps in horror. It's mine! Not Eldon's, whatever he says. It's mine! He looks you over and smiles slyly. Although you could purchase it. Just 100 gold. You give him the money, and he fishes out of his tunic a grimy ebony brooch. There, take it. If it really is magic, its use is beyond me. Well, that was a pretty easy brooch to get. I may have to go back in another game and see if I can just hit the buy button without talking to Eldon first, and sort of cheat the game that way. So anyway, now we have all 5 brooches. All we have to do is go to the teleport circle and do the ritual and... Wait, where's the teleport circle again? Yeah, I actually forgot to ask Aiden about the location of that last time. Oops. But there is an area near here that we haven't explored fully. This is the honeycomb. So called because it is a horrible maze with some secret passages here and there. And possibly a dragon, I think we heard about at one point. A fountain burbles out of a crack in the ground here. The water is sparkling and looks highly inviting. Always safe before drinking from strange fountains. The water is cool and pleasant going down. You drink your fill. Then the water sours in your stomachs. Arg! Yeah, that's a reload. Now, can we get through here? No. So this update is likely to be a fair bit of me stumbling around in the honeycomb. Because I know there's a lot of secret passages, I just don't remember exactly where all of them are. The tunnel here has long lines of runes engraved on the floor and walls. You try to keep going, but find some sort of field keeps pushing you back. To block the passage in this way must have taken an incredible amount of magical skill. Ooh, that seems interesting. I'm also pretty pleased that I'm much too high of a level for any of the sliths around here to want to mess with me anymore. You find a hermit's hut. There is a man living here, but he refuses to let you in. Eventually, you leave. Okay. I actually want to go down around this way a bit. You find a small hut with edible mushrooms growing around it. Perhaps some sort of hermit lives here. Perhaps. There is a lone man living here, made tough and taciturn by the hardship of living out here. He gives you mushroom soup and lichen tea, and asks of goings-on outside the honeycomb. Eventually, you get up to leave. As you do, he offers to sell you a brooch he found in the tunnels. Only 300 gold. Well, we've already got 5 brooches, but we've got plenty of gold at this point. You buy it, and find it's not so much a brooch as a necklace. It's made of tarnished copper. Not impressive. I have not explored this tunnel on screen. This long tunnel slopes sharply upward to the west. It looks to go on for quite some ways. The upward tunnel here is blocked by countless tons of rock, apparently loosened by awesome magical force. Another possible escape route blocked. Damn. Yeah, basically just another little Easter egg. Now there's got to be some way to get into this tunnel. I think we may need to come around in a boat. Unfortunately, I think the boat we have for this lake is currently hanging out around Fort Emerald. I don't want to walk all that way, so I'll just stroll into Sylvar and get another one. Hello, Sylvar. It's been a while since we've seen you. Your boat is just outside town. Cool. And so we pilot the boat around the southern edge of the Dark Lake. And I think if we use this area, you find deep furrows in the tunnel floor here. A very large creature with claws has been here. Well, there's quite a lot of swamp and yet another secret passage. Hello. You are at the entrance to a huge corridor heading deep into the earth. The path is flanked by many statues, some of humans, some of Slithzerakai, some of creatures you've never seen or imagined. The silence is eerie and total. The corridor is blocked here by a gigantic wall. It's sheer marble, 30 feet high, studded with all sorts of rusty spikes and ominous-looking runes. You'll have to find a way around. Interesting that despite being described as such an impressive wall, it uses the graphic and tile that we are able to see over, which is a nice way of implying that wall does in fact have something interesting on the other side. So whatever lives here, I see it has some little drake friends. Whoever lives here certainly does not seem very welcoming to visitors. But, being adventurers, we will of course keep going until we're bodily thrown out. Or until we've slaughtered everything in the place. One of those. Man, remember when drakes were actually a threat? We might be a little over-leveled when. Though, of course, we certainly weren't over-leveled for the Shattered Fort last time. I'll come back to that. One more lizard that needs to taste sword. And spear and hammer. Unfortunately, now we need to go the long way around. Okay. You find a drake nest here. Surprise, surprise. Mixed in with the piles of rocks are a few coins and some arrows. I'll take some special arrows. I kind of thought there would be a little more here. TBH. One of these has got to give me a way farther in. Maybe you? Yes, excellent. Living statues, not so excellent. Which one of you guys are living? Come on. Okay, so just the two at the end. That's not so bad. Living statues may be annoying spellcasters, but at least they don't have a whole lot of hit points. Unlike the golems. The corridor here is blocked by a magic barrier. You try and try, but can't break it down. Damn again. At least it didn't cost us any spell points to try and try. Hi, ow. Oh, it's another one where I have to walk through a whole corridor of you guys. Nini. Neither of those were living statues. Let's try a larger area of effect spell. One more should do it. Out of range. Drat. You know, if I looked at that in the map out of combat mode, I might have been able to actually see the difference between the living statues and the non-living statues. I think living statues don't show up as objects on the map. Okay, you put a barrier in my way. Now I'm very curious. Hello? Found another dragon. A dragon stands before you. He is green with red highlights, and stands 3 times the height of a human. He stares at you, clearly displeased by your presence. He hisses, then speaks. His impossibly deep voice is tinged with irritation. I am Athron, intruder. He blows a plume of acrid smoke from his nose, then speaks. I live here, alone. I do not wish the company of the lesser creatures. I have nothing to say about that. Okay. You are at the east end of a long corridor. There is a line of skulls across the floor blocking your progress. Looks dangerous. I don't know, guys. Should we try annoying the dragon? You see the end of this corridor ahead. Suddenly you hear a gentle, bone-vibrating hum. It continues for a few moments, then fades. Okay. You are crossing a narrow land bridge over a subterranean lake. Some of the stones on the path ahead look suspicious. Easily dealt with. And a couple more for good measure. In this huge steel box, you find generous piles of gold and silver coins, as well as gems and jewelry. Ho-ho, we found the dragon's hoard. Ooh. This box is filled with old weapons. One catches your eye. A long, vicious-looking black spear. This huge box is filled with the armor of victims of Athron. Most was ruined when the owner died. One shield, however, looks nice. So we've got a black spear and a shield. Oh, also, the dagger we picked up from the evil altar last time is the Ravage Knife. Quite a good edged weapon. It is one-handed, base damage 4, bonus of 10. That is really good, and might actually be better than the Frost Axe River's using right now. Aside from not being able to cast Ice Bolt, but I have kind of crappy luck with item-based spells anyway. Atheron is now very angry with us. Perhaps we should reload. Aha. He has nothing to say about creatures, but if you ask him lesser... The foolish mortals which have overrun these caves. My brothers tolerate them. I shun them. Fool Motrax welcomes them, the humanoids, the fools and thieves. His voice rises. Flames come out with the words. I do not wish to see you. I do not wish to deal with you, or hear your foolish babblings. I wish you to go. If you have business with me, speak it now. Otherwise, to stay is to risk my wrath. Ask business, he says, yes. Okay. Now, I don't remember if anyone in this game has actually told us to ask Athron about this. But if we ask him about password... If you wish, I scry the world above to find what the humans are planning. As I watched the king above, he was told part of the passphrase for the portal above. The first word is crow. You take note of this. Why, thank you, Athron. I'll leave your hoard alone for now. Though I am curious what that spear and shield are now. I usually make it a policy to not kill any dragons that I don't have to. Drakes, on the other hand, are fair game.
How do I get in there?
Oh, I don't have a sapphire for magic map. Darn it. Pretty sure I do have some orbs of sight, though. Aha! Tasty drake steaks. Really? Nothing? Well, I guess if we'd found this passage first, then I would have been annoyed by finding a magic barrier in my way. Oh well.
So that, folks, is Athron, the fourth of the 5 dragons of Exile.
You know what? I'm going to save my game right here, and let's do some extra bonus alternate universe content. And see what it takes to kill this dragon. I don't so much need the golden jewelry, but I am still curious about that spear and shield. First we give Athron a nice big curse, then bless ourselves. Okay, Athron is powerful enough to immediately reverse my hasting. That's slightly a problem. I really should have entered combat much earlier, because now Athron's in a really annoying spot. Although, everyone besides Mal does have some ranged attacks available. Does the kill spell really have that short a range? Okay, apparently dragons are resistant to magic damage. Good to know. Yeek. Dragon fire breath remains rather dangerous. Ah, you didn't take extra damage from that last one. And it appears that we get the same death message for every dragon that we kill. So Athron is no more, but we still have to make our way out of his lair. Right, can't get past that barrier from either direction, so we gotta go back through the swamp and get to our boat. And from here, I will run over to Fort Dovno for some quick identification. So the quote-unquote brooch we got earlier is an amulet of the cobra, which I think is supposed to make your poison more potent. Might actually be worthwhile on Mal with his double poison blades. Hey, how about that? I finally found some arrows of light. Too bad, I'm pretty sure there are very few, if any, demons left for me to kill in the game. Death Lance, interesting. And a life shield. Amulet of the Cobra, yeah, question mark, question mark. Arrows of Light, Demon Slayer. And there are a whole 4 of them. Wee. Good base damage, though. Death Lance is a spear with pretty decent damage and 6 charges of the kill spell. And the life shield is life-saving. I guess it's much like having a bunch of luck, where if you take a blow that should kill you, you will luck out. Or the shield will sacrifice itself, or something like that. Give you an instant resurrect. Anyway. Up to you to decide if killing Athron is worth it. I'm going to reload the universe where Athron still lives, in part because that is, in fact, the canon for this series. But hope you all enjoyed. Next time, we start getting into some more endgame material. Have a good one, everybody.